Mr. Vasilios, DD, how do you match up with this guy? Which guy? Brian there? I don't match up with anybody anymore. I just clean balls and clean tables now. So, I'd like to play him. He looks like he's got an interesting game, but I suspect that it's either going to be real close or I'm going to get 4 points to 25. One of the two.
By the way, Mr. Three Cushion, we're trying to get you back onto the scene again. We know you play as good as anyone in the United States, and people are missing your play, and we would like to see you play because your form is as good as anyone on the planet Earth. You're as smooth as silk, and that's not a compliment, that's the truth. My form is as smooth as sandpaper. So between sandpaper and silk, hey, we're a hell of a combination.
No, I'm going to have to kick Fast Eddie off the mic here.
Well, you're not kicking me off till I get done talking about Mr. Three Cushion, who is Bill Smith.
Okay.
He's out of Florida.
Is this a paid advertisement?
This is paid. He's giving me $2,500.
You're going to get a discount off your next lesson, too?
He's sending me a check. You heard it, the check's in the mail. But I'll tell you one thing. He's coming out with a book and a DVD. It's a special rate. He's charging $60, but he's giving 20% off and free shipping. He stopped doing it, but he'll still do it. I know the guy, and he's a nice guy as far as, he wants to get his book out there. And if you want to learn the game, he'll give you a lot of knowledge. Just practice what you see in that book, and all of a sudden you'll fall in love with the game. And he's going to be back in competition again because he plays as good as any pro in the United States. So, Mr. Three Cushion, let's get your stick out of the closet and show what you got, because when you shoot, it is a pleasure watching you. One more thing I like to say. I like to play you, because when I play you, it'll be a new Fast Eddie. It'll be smooth as silk, and you'll say, what happened? And I'll tell you, I woke up. But, Bill, good luck with the book. It's a great investment for anyone that is watching. You'll enjoy it. And they're getting ready to start. Brian is playing Bill Johnson. It's a very important match. I'm going to say whoever is running a little bit more calm will win this match. Bill wins the lag. I'm signing off, and we're having people take over. Thank you very much. It's enjoyable, looking at the viewers on screen here. I hope you're enjoying yourself. There's nothing better than watching this. We have a newcomer that's going to help. His name is Steve Anderson. He's out of Michigan. He plays an excellent game of Three Cushion. He played in a tournament. He didn't, live up to par, but he enjoyed himself.
Oh, yeah.
Steve will help you if you ever need equipment like a pool cue.
If anybody needs to be kept in line, it would be you, Dennis. I don't have to worry about him. You is the one that...
We're having a conversation here, and I'm not going to be Fast Eddie anymore. I'm going to be Faster Eddie, because I'm taking over. I love this mic. This is my new job.
Let's go back in front of here.
I'll announce him.
Let me get on your left. I was on the right.
This bird.
You're not talking about Papa
Go
Joe.
this way. No, a little bit. Good. Come closer.
Okay, you announce that he's coming.
Dennis, are we good?
Yeah. Yep, perfect.
All right, this is going to be one of the exciting matches of the evening also. This is the last match of the semifinals. And on the right, we have Billy Johnson. And on the left, we have Brian Haff. He's from Chicago. Either one that wins will get the free entry into the Nationals. So this is a pretty quick...
Critical.
Yeah, critical match here. So I don't know what you're thinking.
I'm thinking I got to play better than I have been.
And Brian,
Just shooting my game, trying to score. It'll be all right.
All right, so let's get right to it. And good luck to both of yous, okay?
I find that hard to believe with you, Paul.
Body tells you you want to slow down, you can't yet.
Well, look at it this way. It's Sunday.
What's that?
Just say 2 more minutes, okay?
2 more minutes.
Listen, everybody enjoys listening to me, so I'm going to make a new living by being on the internet. I am going to have some dinner. I wish you guys enjoy yourself.
There's something very interesting about this match. If Brian wins, Max Fisher wins, takes first place. If Bill wins, Bill takes first place because Bill has 22 points in his loss and Max only has 21. And Brian has 15 points in his loss. So this is a very interesting
Well, I told him this
game
is the
coming
very-
up.
I told him, Dennis, I told him how serious this match really is. And this is, whoever keeps this cool is going to win this match because you could flip a coin. But the one that's the calmest is going to definitely win. And they're both excellent players. They know the game. Bill started off with a tough miss. Brian is a student of Mr. Three Cushion. Plays the game excellent. And I'm making no favorites in this match because it's a pressure situation. And they're both going to show pressure, but it's just who's going to be a little calmer. They both missed the tough shot to begin with. They're both gentlemen. They both love the game, and they're playing their hearts out. And if it becomes a hill game, it'll be the best match of the whole tournament because that's how important this match is. Bill's looking around. He's taking his time, and that's experience. He's spinning this ball back. He's going 5, maybe 7. Now he got kissed out. They're a little jumpy right now, because it's an important match. I thought the first shot Bill missed was a little tentative, and the same thing with Brian. They both missed it close, but when they're on their game, they make those shots. So that's it. Pressure, it's part of life. And they're both shooting their hearts out. So don't be knockers. Try to enjoy the match. Don't think they should make this or miss this. Whatever happens, they're going to enjoy themselves. It's very frustrating when you miss shots close. I've been through it. But one thing, it's the greatest game there ever was on the table. And if you guys are pool players, do yourself a favor. Learn this game. You will stop playing pool. That's how much enjoyment this is. Dennis, am I still on here? Can they hear it? Ask them if they got sound. Jonathan, do me a favor. Ask them if there's sound because they have. I don't know if the sound's on here. They commentate. Just ask them if the sound's on. These 2 guys right there. Are you leaving? I'll be done in 10 minutes or less. Sound's on? Okay, I wasn't sure if the sound was on or not. The sound is on. And as you can see, they are both tentative. You're going to see an exciting match. They're going to loosen up. It's going to take them a few minutes. Bill just got done winning a very tough match. That takes a lot out of you. Brian's been sitting for a little while, so he's a little cold. He's got to loosen up. But when they both loosen up, you'll see some billiards. I'll promise you that. They'll make some beautiful shots. They both have a nice stroke. They both spin the ball very well. Bill, I think, is trying to go into the corner. Just long rail, short rail, into the corner. Well, he missed it. Like I said, they're tentative right now, and their stroke, they're trying to loosen up. Don't think this is easy. when you're under this kind of pressure, you've seen the greatest golfers in the world miss that 2-foot putt or 3-foot putt. Basically, it's the same thing in any sport. In this sport, you come so close, and when you miss it, you just can't believe it. You have it counted. You're looking at the next shot, and all of a sudden, you miss it, and the next guy runs it too, and you eat your heart out. So tournament play is not easy. I've never played on the internet before, and my nerves got the best of me. I'm not going to, lie to somebody. If I was used to it, I've been a little more calmer. Any one of these guys can win. They're all very above average players. He came a little short with that shot. He's still a little tentative. Once he loosens up, he'll shoot a little easier. And the same thing with Bill. They're trying, when one guy makes a point, you'll notice the other guy will make a point right behind him usually, or if a guy runs a 2, the other guy will make a point. It's just getting started. So just try to enjoy it. Try to figure out what they're doing. Looks like Bill's going to play a little bit of a safety, hit the white ball, go to the back rail, slow spin, try to hit off the back rail. It's a 3-rail shot, nice and easy. He played the safety. He hit nice speed. It's going to be close, but it's not going to count. But he's got his safety, which was a big part of the shot. Brian is going to play it looks like a bank shot here. It's a very difficult bank from where he is. He's playing what they call a reverse bank. He's going into like the 3rd diamond, trying to hit the 2nd diamond out there and spin into the red. He came up too short. But like I said before, right now they're a little tentative. Don't loosen up. And you got to remember something. This is a very difficult game. But once you learn it, you'll love it. Bill's going to go off the top of the red. He's going to go into the corner and go to the side rail. And I think Bill's going to make this shot. Shooting left-handed, too. He's going to put a little power on this. Hit it nice and smooth, but he didn't shoot. I thought a little thinner hit, he would have had it. So they're still tight. Brian is looking at off the white. He's going to try to make sure he don't get kissed out. If he makes this, he'll get a little looser. Made a solid hit. Came in short. They're both stroking a little bit hard right now, and that's my fault too. I do the same thing. So most average players are better than average players do it. But they're excellent players you're watching. But again, it's a very big pressure match for both of them. Bill's trying to go 4 rails, long rail, short rail. He hit it pretty well. I think Bill's going to score. He's going to slide into it. That's the first point. And people are laughing because they know they're both tight.
You're fired. We have the current president of the United States Billiard Association here. And so I'm going to fire Fast Eddie so we can get Bob on the mic here.
I want to thank you people for watching, enjoying yourself. Have a great time watching. And Dennis, it was a pleasure working with you. And the president is going to be here talking.
The pleasure working with you, Fast Eddie. And it's always good to see you.
And your sticks are still the best.
And so are you. Although he needs no introduction, I'm going to introduce him anyways. The current president of the United States Billiard Association is now on the mic with me. I have the pleasure of sitting here with Bob Jewett, and we'll let Bob take over here.
Hey, good evening, Dennis. This is really a great venue the Penn Tennis Club has provided for us for this qualifier.
Absolutely agree.
And we're having some pretty good play here. Now, Dennis, I haven't lost track of the schedule. Is this close to the final matches?
I believe there are. Did Mr. Shovak and Mr. Kolach finish?
No, they're on break.
Okay.
But that's essentially the final of their flight, I think.
Yeah. Yes, I believe if Mr. Shovak wins, he's in. No, I don't know. I don't know what he's trying to do. You know, did you know on this thing, Max could come in depending on the result of this.
So Max Fisher has a chance to come in
First
in his
bracket.
flight?
Yes.
Okay.
If Bill wins, Bill comes in first, Max comes in second. And if Brian wins, Max comes in first. And Brian comes in second.
Well,
So it's an exciting match. This match means something. I mean, whoever wins this will be one of the 4 players chosen to qualify for the Nationals.
well, the Nationals will be held in Tacoma in February. March?
18th, 20th is Saturday, February. I think the 20th is a Saturday, which means they start on the 17th. We should both know this, don't you think?
Not without paper in front of me.
I know.
Okay, looks like a swing shot here.
It's kind of funny to see exactly, how thin or how thick. It's a little.
The proportion is a little bit off.
Yeah. But
Okay. Looks like Bill is sizing up and around the table shot.
the scores here.
Looks like right draw off of white. A little bit too short.
He's had a number of those, and he's been not hitting them particularly well. He's managed to survive, but it's been like pulling teeth sometimes. And all of these players, they're not just playing in a tournament. This is a USBA tournament, but they're playing more. They're playing for the chance to play in the country's national championship, and there's a little bit, I think, added extra pressure there. Mr. Three Cushion predicted in the beginning that Brian Haff was going to win it. I was kind of favoring Danny Kolach, but we'll see. It's been an interesting tournament.
Stretch that nice and long.
Bingo.
So is he going to drop it in off of yellow, or is he going to go around the table again?
If he goes around the table,
There's a
where's the
kiss.
yellow going?
Yeah.
I was wondering about that. I gather he's quite a fairly competent pool player, so he might have been trying to
Bank it into the corner.
well, or something,
Yeah.
at least not hit the red ball. Billy has been managing the second ball really well in terms of, not kissing out the scoring ball. He's had some not wonderful games as far as innings go, but he's right in the hunt right now for first place. So, and he's a very, very seasoned tournament player.
And perennial competitor at the Nationals. The other player I've never seen before.
He's, I believe, a converted pool player. Bill Smith claims that he has taught him some, and Brian mentions Adrian Beguera, also Felipe Razon.
Quite a few good players in the Chicago area.
Right. Brian did win a tournament in Chicago, I hear, in which Felipe played. So that says something. If you want to, interact with these guys too. I mean, I've been, welcoming new people.
It's a nice short shot.
Ooh, my goodness.
Missed the edge.
And even Bill shook his head on that one, saying, how could that miss?
It's like a four-cushion shot off of white.
I would think so. Kind of like golf, the players, even though they're playing the opponent, they're rooting for billiards to make,
Sorry. Thought you had it something over.
Okay. Should be a fairly standard three-cushion shot off red. Drop it into the corner. There might be an alternative to go around the table one more time, but
Yeah,
three is the easy one.
Yeah, I figured those were his two options, but
Ooh.
I think he was
Well, it was
inventive.
certainly speed enough for the backup shot, but
This is a waiting game. And I think Bill expects to make this one.
yeah.
He did.
It looks like it'd play a long natural off red. Only question is, where do you send the red ball? See what he does with red. Okay, he plays it softly into the corner. Oh,
I think he played it that way.
Yeah, he
I know
played
his
the,
game. To miss the kiss. And that was
and he gets
really
the point.
well done.
Yeah.
No, Billy is really aware. I'm amazed. I haven't played him in quite a while. He's become much more aware in his old age of where that second ball is going and shooting it. I mean, he's playing very good pool in terms of where he's shooting that the second ball, as I call it. I'm impressed. I'm really impressed.
Looks like he was looking at the flat shot off red.
Yeah. Oh, he made one early in an earlier game.
Oh, no, he's doing something else. Is he trying
taking it?
a
Taking
ticky
it?
with a little bit of reverse English? No,
He's just
around the world
yeah.
again.
Okay. Mr. Vasilios, to answer your question, you say, what is the high run so far for the tour or for this tournament? Oh, for tournament. Oh, of course. You're just using internet abbreviations. Mr. Shovak has a 9, and I believe there have been at least an 8, perhaps 2 of them, and I couldn't tell you. Oh, billiard chat, you realize you must have been out to lunch or something. My friend Bob Jewett, the current president of the USBA, is on the mic here. enjoying the hospitality of the Penn Dennis Club, and we're both very grateful that you're not here.
Ooh. That's a tough one. A little slower and he has it. Left him snookered on the red. That's sometimes a good strategy. Hard to get this one long enough. Looks like he's going 5 cushions. Nope, up and down.
Well, I think he's going to score this one. I think this is going to... Yes, sir. Nice little straight rail gathered. Not on the rail, but...
He found the third rail contact point. Now he's seeing where he has to come from. Looks like he has to come off of about 3. No, this is a little bit short.
Billiard shot. What was your earlier post, your earlier question? And I hope it was not, well, please. I didn't see it, no. No way. I have no gas left, and it wouldn't be worth the electricity to live stream.
Now there's a gather shot. Looks like he's playing the flag shot up and down. 3 cushions he has. So he reversed the far corner and came back. So this is likely a 5 or a 7 cushion shot. Sending yellow across the table, there's a chance for a kiss.
As I've been reminding you watchers out there, this sometimes can be a very, very cruel game. What do you think? Is he looking at the ticky here, or is he going to lag this?
Well, I think he was just looking at the lag. Nope, looks like he's playing the ticky. The ticky angle is hard for us to judge. It's hard to say what the angle he needs is coming out of the corner. A little bit thin on red.
Yep.
Is he looking out off the outside of the ball?
It looks like it, but again, it's kind of hard
no.
to tease.
Yeah.
It's kind of hard to see
Yeah, it's
sometimes.
hard to
It's
see the angles.
and that's the second time he went through that hole. Oh my goodness. You know, the players are playing a little nervous, I think. This is a very, very important game. The winner goes to the national tournament. It's as simple as that. And he wins the right to play for the United States Billiard Association champion. And you don't get in that position normally in a billiard tournament.
Great shot.
Yes, sir.
A little bit of position. It's toughening up.
See, now I think Billy will handle this because he's gonna. I don't think he's gonna shoot the. He's gonna shoot the white really good. It's not gonna have even a chance to kiss the red if he's
Going
plays
to take the natural one. Yeah, there goes
Yeah.
the natural.
He's very much aware of where that number 2 ball is going, much more than even a few years ago, and that's. You can always learn something new about this game. That's the beauty of it. It's a timeless game. It's Max Fisher, 77 years old, has a chance to come in, win the tournament. He played very well. Very smart player.
Yeah, and this year the spots in the Nationals are nearly full up. So in the past we have accepted open entries, but this year there are going to be fairly few of those.
And I'd say that's an indication that billiards is gaining a little bit, and I'm very glad you've been president the last 4 years. I wish you'd stayed on for another 4.
Well, this will be good experience for you,
Well,
Dennis.
thank you, Bob. Would you have like a top 10 list of things a president shouldn't do? Or is that up for a private conversation?
I try to forget all of those that I've done wrong. I'll tell you 1 or 2 later.
Okay, privately, huh, though? Oh, you can tell over the
So
internet.
it looks like he has a choice between the swing shot has the kiss. The
Yeah.
ticky might be okay from this angle.
I kind of like it maybe a ticky off the red, but hard to see how far that white ball is exactly from the rail.
It's a little over the ball. It looks like
Yeah.
he's playing it. Yeah, there's the.
Yeah, I thought
that's
it
the
was,
problem.
Yeah, that was a toughie. The ball had been out just a hair more. Little different. And of course, Bill was a long, long ways away. He was on the rail. Right?
There's a swing shot probably. 2 or 3 times across the table.
Very well done.
Should we actually be commenting this? Because this is what they hear. We should be commenting on this one. What's the time needed?
Yeah, this one's 5 seconds late.
So we should comment on
Yeah,
that.
comment on this one. Yeah, and all you can do is this one is get the score. The innings.
So that particular shot actually is the approach of players has changed over the years. When I first learned 3 cushion, you couldn't get it the extra time across the table because the cushions and cloth were so slow. So we had to play that swing shot, hoping for the end rail just before the ball. Nowadays it's easy to go 3 side rails and then you have a big ball to come towards.
So 4 or even 5.
Yeah.
You know Young Gull Lee in New York, I think.
Oh, yes. He's a perennial at the Nationals as well.
Yes, and we've been mentioning his name once in a while. I think I'll put him up against anybody just about for, all side rail shots.
I'll take Danny Sanchez.
Okay, well, I haven't seen Danny play that much, but
He specializes in those.
yeah. Let me see.
Okay.
See if it tells you.
This looks like a natural. From here, it looks like a very tough angle. Just a little short. Oop. No way to snap that out.
That's cheese.
Mm-hmm.
Say hi, cheese.
High cheese.
Every time a new person comes on, try to welcome. It's, Ooh,
Nice drop-in
that's
shot.
Oh my goodness.
And here we have almost the classic safety. The only thing keeping, the balls are safe because they're 10 feet away. The only thing preventing it from being a perfect safety is they're fairly close together, so we have a possible cushion first shot. So 4 cushions probably, ending on the
Or he could scramble.
Side rail.
He could scramble some eggs too.
Yeah. Oh yeah, if you hit it, some players like me like to hit those a little more firmly in case something good might happen at the end that wasn't expected.
Oh, you wouldn't do that, would you, Bob?
Okay.
Good shot.
I've been warned
Oh.
3 times. Yeah, you get 5 points.
Okay, here we have a reverse the rail shot, back to the cushion, and white. Very nice shot in some position here too.
Very smooth.
No more English than necessary. A lot of players overdo that English.
Oh, he forced something there. What did he? It
I don't
almost
know if
looked
he-
like it hit.
He might have gotten a double kiss on
Yeah,
that.
I thought I saw something there. I don't know what he must have seen something himself hitting it that high. Oh, yes. That's a 3? No. Do we have some spin? Yes.
Had some spin left, yeah. And the shot had defensive possibilities there as well in case it missed. Okay.
Miss the kiss. I believe he's. No, it's
No.
not going to be quite. Ooh. I know Bill, he's doing some breathing exercises right now to calm his nerves. And he's got his hands on his knees like that. It really does help. He's a meditator. He's into some Buddhist practices like this, and he's regulating his breathing now. intercepted. Bad luck for Brian.
Yep. That's one of the harder parts of three cushion to learn for a lot of players. Well, that's actually a 5 cushion shot, but to have a sense of the speed of the first ball. You know you're going to cross paths. The trick is to time it correctly.
He played the red ball very good, but I think.
And
Well,
another heartbreaker.
you know, Bill is my friend. I'm really rooting for in this game, but I'm also rooting for Brian to make billiards. And if Brian wins, I will be the first one up there to shake his hand and say, good playing. That's just the nature of the game.
Little drop-in shot.
Just can't get over. Can't get past this guy.
Looks like another swing shot here. Cross table, where does the red go? Good power. Oop.
Looked like that was a little on the outside, even if it hadn't a kiss.
Yeah.
Well, that was a nice effort. Very nice effort.
Oh, he's going to get rail first
Yeah.
and come down long.
Oh, this is. It may have a
Yeah.
little too much spin. Oh my! But
Good defensive possibilities on that
absolutely,
one.
absolutely. Bill is playing very smart, and so is Brian, for that matter. Mr. Three Cushion called it a pitcher's duel. This shot isn't over yet.
Well, usually when the balls are this close together, you look for a lag shot, but I don't see
Yeah, he's got to
any
come.
very nice angle. He's got to shoot into a rail he's close to, which is always a big problem. That's what he's going with.
Yeah, this is a toughie because he's so parallel to that rail.
It's very sensitive to the spin. Yeah. can't see enough of the yellow to play the natural. He's got to come off a strain shot off of red. This shot's tough. Cross table shot.
Oh my goodness. What a good effort not to get rewarded. He's been hitting his cross tables very nicely. The last couple he's missed, but it's not through lack of trying or knowledge.
Those extended ones where you're going down 3/4 of the table are very difficult to judge. They're a little more pleasant if you have a big ball in the corner, but he didn't have that in that case.
Ooh, I
Nice
didn't
point.
think that could miss, but someone wants to know the score of Danny and Jim. I will go look. Bob will still be here.
It's like the natural off red rather than the 5 cushion off white.
I don't feel bad.
And it scores. Looks like he has a fairly straightforward short angle off red. Oop.
1.
By millimeters. Looks like he's coming back to the right off the yellow into the corner. Not quite enough English on the first cushion. Maybe a little more draw. Okay, 3 cushions to red. Oh, a little bit long. Very nice 5 cushion shot. Ooh. Not much of a reward. Looks like he has another cross table shot off red. Shooting towards yellow is difficult from that distance. So this looks like 3 times across the table off red. Or 4. Or 5.
These tables have decent speed.
Yeah, certainly had the speed to score.
The Jim Shovak and Danny Kolach match is very interesting. I just joined them for a little short break they took, and Danny is leading 22-13. But Danny has 16 in a loss, and Jim has no losses. So if Danny wins and keeps Jim under 16, then Jim wins, or Danny wins first place in that bracket. And if they tie at 16, then we have to look at their
Points against.
points
presumably.
against, yeah. And if Shovak gets 17, all he has to do is get 17 points, and he's first place in his bracket.
Oh, that's complicated enough.
Yes.
Maybe we can talk them into single elimination next year. Tradition at 3 cushion, of course, has been round robin for a long time. And it gives a much better test, much better chance to play.
Well, and you simply get to play more games, too, win or
Yeah.
lose them, you know.
Yeah.
And
The World Championships now, though, are contested as single elimination after some preliminary very small round robins. So
yeah, I just don't like that format. The tournaments you ran out in Las Vegas were that format, and you only got to play 2 games. The entry fee was reasonable, and but I'm just in favor of playing more games. This is how you meet new people and start friendships, as they start on the billiard table.
Yeah.
We're just a family here,
but as a practical matter, they're hard to arrange with 150 players in the tournament.
Yes.
Oh, look at this. Across the top of red.
Interesting.
There's no.
Oh, yeah.
Or he was trying to go around?
No,
getting
I
extremely
think
long?
he was trying to do the way you were thinking.
Come
of
across
it
the
first.
top of
Yeah,
red and then
yeah.
gradually walk your way down the table to yellow.
And,
He got some fraction of the shot correct, however,
but,
as Bill now has 10 feet to go to the first ball.
that only looks like 9.5 feet to me.
Well, it's on a diagonal.
It's longer. I'm no good for these hits unless I'm 4 diamonds away from the ball now anymore. I don't know whether that's a failure of eyes or nerves, but oh, he hit this pretty good.
That's a pretty good hit.
He hit this pretty good.
Yes.
Oh,
Nice point. Looks like he has a pretty good shot here too.
I suspect
I would guess
rail first.
cushion first to red, and then it's natural to white from there on. Just regulate how much of the red you hit, not too much.
He,
Looks pretty good.
oh my.
So this is a 5 cushion. Might be a little bit hard to get it that long.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I think maybe that's what Ryan is thinking too.
So he looked like he did barely have room to drop it into the corner off yellow. Played a good pull shot with yellow to keep it away from red.
No, I have to correct something on the chat room. If Brian Haff wins this, he plays for he plays for third, fourth, as he has 15 points in his loss, and Max Fisher's already 3-1 with 21 points in his loss. So Brian will not be playing for first.
It's going to be a drop in.
I think he's playing very cautiously.
Yeah.
And,
Drop into
just
the
to watch
corner.
the
along
kiss.
along.
Watch the kiss.
No kiss there.
Ooh, no kiss there. Okay. Oh,
There's
well.
no kiss in that shot.
Well, I guess not. I mean, it didn't kiss. Billy's trying not to smile there.
He must have gotten a new watch for Christmas.
A new watch? I'm not sure I understand
He's
that
got his
joke.
timing right.
Ah, oh, of course. Timex. That's a really old joke in billiards, Bob. You show your age there.
Eh? Oh,
Oh, my. Well,
so looks like he has a 3 cushion
Yeah, I
into the
think-
corner. Maybe a 5 cushion as well, but the 5 cushion is risky,
Mm-hmm.
as always.
No.
Yeah, as I mentioned before, the finals this year in Tacoma are very nearly going to be filled by the qualifiers. I think there are only a very few spots left that won't be qualifiers, and those spots are reserved for people who played in qualifiers but didn't win, and also have signed up early. But even with 35 spots open in Tacoma, that's been almost completely filled with qualified players. In addition, the nationals include the top 4 finishers from the previous year. So there is that additional advantage in finishing well in the nationals. You're invited back automatically to the following nationals. It's like around the world off yellow. Oh, reverse the corner. Oh.
When he was practicing, Brian was shooting a lot of shots like that where he'd get one rail a couple of times, smash throughs, and things like that. He was playing them pretty nicely in practice.
Looks like a relatively simple natural off red, back to his right. But he's got to land pretty close right in the corner to make this. Nice shot.
Yes, indeed it was.
He's got the balls together. This is pretty good chance he has choices of several shots here.
To answer your comment, Action Bob, technically they don't buy their way in. As Bob Jewett said, that you play in a qualifier, and if you do well there, you're automatically entered, but you've played your way in. And this year, the only people that can quote-unquote buy their way in, they still have had to have played in the qualifiers, okay? If you don't play in a qualifier, it's going to be increasingly difficult to get into the nationals. I think this year, almost everybody is, with the exception of maybe 2 or 3 spots, will have played their way in, one way or the other. I think he's right on the money.
Shot.
Well, he's slowly but surely pulling away from Brian, but from what I've seen of Brian's game, he's capable of a flurry of billiards at any time. The time should be sooner than later here. Billy has a stroke for this. If he keeps his hand on the table and doesn't jump up, nice and solid, doesn't hit it real hard, controlled the white ball real nice. Ooh, nice spin. I think he's got that one.
Well,
oh no! Oh my gosh!
Snaps.
Oh my gosh!
Well, the format for the nationals is always an active point of discussion for the board of directors. Certainly if we have 10 tables available, as we have at Karam Cafe, or 9 tables as we had in Maywood, then it's difficult to fill that up with qualifiers. So the question is, do you allow other players to enter directly? I agree with the sentiment somewhat that you shouldn't be able to buy your way in. On the other hand, it gives a lot more players, especially the local players, wherever the host site is, to get more experience. So that's good, and it's the Nationals becomes kind of a annual meeting place for all the players. So that's the good aspect of it. But I do understand the comment about it being better if everybody qualifies. Yeah, this year at the Tacoma, there will be a total of 35 players.
And that can vary on the venue. If it's played at Carom Cafe, which it has been, with 10 tables, then we can accommodate a lot more players. Tacoma has how many tables?
Tacoma has 5 Beerhovens.
Okay. If they had 6, then you'd maybe have 42 in the field or something?
Possibly as many as 42 on six tables, but there again, it depends on how you want to balance the length of matches.
No, I didn't. He's getting a small flurry going here. Incidentally, to update you, I think Curley already did, but Danny Kolach defeated Jim Shovak 25-15, which means Danny is first place in that flight, and Jim comes in second by 1 point. 2 points. If Jim had 2 more points, Jim would have won. But that's the nature of how we play the game. Mr. Haff is putting a little move on Mr. Johnson.
Is that 3 so far?
I think it may be 4. I've been neglectful of my duties watching them play a little bit. Ooh, look at this. Ooh, look at this.
Nice shot.
I can't, he either started at 8 or 9. I don't think he was at 10. So, he's making this an interesting game now.
What do you like here, Dennis? I think the extended ticky behind yellow is a possibility.
I do, because when he shoots it, his cue's so about there. My theory is that's where the ball comes back to. I kind of like that, actually. If I was really feeling my oats, I think I might just go 2 rails to the yellow, just to experiment.
You can play the short as well.
Yeah.
Hard to
I
say
like
what
the
he's
ticky.
playing.
I like the ticky.
There we go.
But
He hit the wrong cushion.
Yeah.
So well. He had to be right in the corner, I think, depending on how short the table's playing to come out that short.
Yep, pretty close to it. And even then, the red is not all that big down there.
Yeah. It's got a hole right in the middle of it.
Action Bob, I have one question for you. We're looking at what you're saying. You know, we always consider new ideas and things, but I'm just curious. Are you a member of the USBA? Would you like to play in some of these tournaments yourself? We'd certainly encourage you to join up and play. I mean, the more the merrier.
The most tables, I think 8-ball billiards is probably the most tables at this point. I think they have 13 or 14 carom tables.
A large number, yes.
When we had the Nationals there, we used 16, huh? When we had the Nationals there, we used 9 of their tables, and there were other tables in addition.
Okay. I see we have a new visitor. GT 1948. Actually, I think you were on yesterday. Welcome back. Glad you're here. Well, I think he captured that one.
He spun it well. Lots of left English on that ball. Takes on the second and third cushions.
Again, when he was practicing some really freewheeling shots, and he has just started the free wheel. He's been pretty cautious, and I think he's decided it's time to, what they call it, cut bait or fish.
Yeah.
And I know Billy for many, many years, and I know he's in his game, but he knows exactly what's going to be the result if he wins or if he loses, and he's got to be a little nervous now. This is again for the right to play for the national title of our country, and that's a big thing. I've never done that. Had a chance to myself. He's heartbroken, I know. But he's calm. He's gone back there. He didn't show any anger or anything. That's good. He's doing his breathing exercises, waiting patiently, not moving, trying not to disturb his opponent. And, he knows his fate is in his own hands. Nothing he can do now. And
It's a nice natural.
here it's tough to see. Can you see the red on maybe the
I
left side
think you
of the
can
red?
see a little bit of the red, but it's still tough. If he can. From here, it looks like he's playing thin on yellow to go three cushions. Yeah. Yeah. Very nice shot. Yes. And he got the reward of position here. That yellow in the corner is about as big as the ball can get, but it looks like hard to go around that one.
After the tournament.
Oh, Bill Johnson escaped that one.
The game is tied up.
And we have a break.
He needs a bathroom break, probably. We allow one short break. Most of the players haven't taken it. I've just been informed by Professor Cueball that after the final match is done, which should be starting in a half an hour, let's say, there'll be some award ceremony and everything, which I believe will live stream. And but also after that, Professor Frankel will be doing some card tricks. And if you haven't seen him, Professor Cueball, Paul Frankel, we'll be doing some card tricks. And if you haven't seen those, even on the live streaming, I think you're going to get a kick out of him. So you might want to stay around just to see what the cue ball can do. It's quite amazing. Oops. You want me to answer that for you?
Well, in Northern California, the place to play, of course, is Edgy's in Milpitas. They have 6 very nice Cheviots.
I know what it is without even turning it over. It was, of course. Every time they do something, they've got a little better capabilities. That was they just ran out of hand. Jess Pidlin. I think you've seen that before. It was at Hopkins. That's the one. It's ebony and Paddock. It's Bill did the inlaying on it. We'll make sure at the end of the match we'll get a camera shot of it. But yeah, it's a very nice looking cue. And Bill did a lot of the work on it himself, the inlays. He loves it. There's some folks out there.
Okay, we're back in action.
Oh, a heartbreaker. A heartbreaker.
And he left it pretty nice for
Yes.
Brian.
A heartbreaker. And the mistake on Bill's part.
You like 3 or 5 on this one, Dennis?
Actually, I like 4.
4.
Yeah. It's short. But again, it's hard for me to see.
4 short.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh.
Because usually I'm going to put a little too much spin and hit it a little thick, so then I can make it 3.
Oh.
But obviously we can't argue with his choice. He was comfortable with it and made it. But it's a personal preference of this game a lot of times. That'll teach you to eavesdrop, Miss Renee.
I think Gary was keeping score. All right. See, put one on the white ball. Thank you.
I'll put one on the white just so long as it's not the yellow. It's the white, right?
Yeah, 2 on the way.
So we're all tied up.
Yes, it's 17. No, at 18. That
18?
see, we
Okay,
had a
that was-
timeline
that was
there,
their discussion.
Yeah.
Jason?
Not Bill's best effort. Smooth, very smooth. Didn't score, but
What do you think, Dennis? A swing shot here?
right now, I don't know. Back, yeah, I figured Bill likes
Oh,
that style of shot. It was either that or he was going to pull it back to the right-hand
yeah.
top corner. Again, probably hit it a little hard. I mean, there's 3 sins in 3 cushion, and that's to miss the shot and leave your ball big in the corner like Bill did. It's not a guaranteed billiard for Mr. Haff, but he's going to put a pretty good effort on it, I think.
Looks like he has. It's hard to get there.
Yeah.
You'd have to play a pretty good stroke shot to get there. Looks like he's going to play this probably short.
Yeah.
4 cushion natural.
Well, the other shot, he's got to pick up a rail down there, and he seems to. Oh, please keep
Will it
rolling.
reach?
This
Will
is
it
my friend Bill
reach?
Johnson. Keep rolling, though. Oh my goodness.
Okay. He's contemplating the lag shot, but this is not a very good face to land on.
Accuracy rears its ugly head, as Conlon used to say. No, he stayed down real nice on it. He stayed. Oh my goodness, that surprises me. He didn't at least hit.
But he came in that short.
Yeah.
It's hard to tell from the angles on this monitor, but it seems like the table is playing a little bit short compared to brand new cloth. So
Yeah, the players say kind of the angles of the old Brunswicks.
aren't 2 of the tables Breton?
I'm not sure of the brand name, but Richard Batalis was here a number of years ago, and he got them these tables somehow.
Good news and bad. Good news is at least I qualified. Right. Bad news is Danny got it.
I know.
I needed 2 more points. Well, he did a great job. He did an amazing job, Danny. That's true. Wait, one more. Go ahead, one more. Come on.
Fromage.
you get a picture of 4 presidents? 3 presidents. Why don't you get a picture of 4 presidents?
He's not president.
Oh,
He's just the secretary. He just does all the work.
right.
Okay. Looks like a long natural. A little bit too long.
Yeah, Action Bob, to answer your question. The tennis has 3 billiard tables. One of them is an old Brunswick 5x10 pool table that's been converted with billiard rails. And they also have 2 very, very nice old, I wish I knew the model to tell you, 5x10 old Brunswick pool tables.
I'm pretty sure the tables that Vitalis helped install were Berton. He's the rep. So these, if you watch the RGP streaming tournament that's going to be on shortly or this weekend, I forget exactly when. It's played on Berton, which is a French company.
Billy's running out of gas. He's running out of gas, I think. He jumped up on that one. He wasn't as solid as he could have been. Didn't even hit a ball, and I'm afraid that Mr. Haff is going to take advantage of him here.
Can he stretches it long?
Yeah, I think that's a really very nice
Plenty long
shot.
enough.
Very nice shot, Brian. You know, Billy was a friend of mine for 35 years, but again, if Brian wins, I'm going to be the first one up there to shake his hand. He played a very, very, very controlled game.
Looks like right draw from yellow, back into the corner.
Yeah, I would suspect I wouldn't be surprised to see a 6 and out here. You know, he's got 2 already.
It's a little
The
tougher
balls,
now.
Yeah, but they didn't roll too bad for him. He's got his options at least. Oh, excuse me, he's the white ball.
Yes.
I thought he was the
It's
yellow
quite,
ball.
It's quite a bit tougher now.
Yes, it is. He wishes he was the yellow ball. We'll see how good of a pool player he is here. Very good. Hit that pretty good. Pretty good. Oh, my goodness. My friend Bill Johnson dodged a bullet there. I just predicted to Bob Jewett that this was the start of a 6 and out run, but I've been wrong before. Joker, there are 3 matches left to be played. The number 1 players in the 2 brackets will play each other for first or second. The number 2 finishers from each bracket will play for, excuse me, I just had a pop-up window on my computer. We'll play for 3rd and 4th. And the number 3 finishers will play for 5th and 6th. The first 4 will go to the Nationals. Having played their way in, we will of course be showing the number 1 finisher in each flight playing on the table here. It will start in about a half an hour. That's a long story. I'll tell you about it over the phone when we get back and I recover. Okay?
It's a nice hit there. Playing for 3 at this point.
Yep. Ooh, watch out. Ooh.
Second effort.
Oh, and after all that, he didn't. Well,
Bill has a fair shot to start with, I think. A couple of choices.
Yeah.
What do you think? Long natural off white.
Billiard chat. I'll tell you all about the club and all the details when we get back. We'll talk over the phone about it. It's a very private club, and a very you have to know someone to get in. Let's just put it this way.
So
Billiard chat, yes, there will be live streaming of Nationals. Don Ackerlow, also known as the Cheese, will be doing the workout in Tacoma. He may be on the chat room. He has been for a long time today. I don't know if he's... yes, OTBN TV. Probably Off the Break TV.
that would be on the break.
Oh, on the break, yes. Not off the break. On the break. I've been corrected by a pool player. I have so much trouble with these internet, I just figured out that TY stood for thank you.
This is one of the tougher lag shots. Looks like he's going 3 cushions to red and then into the corner. Or under the back of
I was
red.
going to say, four
4 to the
red.
back of red.
Even then, it's tough.
Yeah.
He'd have to go to the long rail and come back, I think.
I think at that speed his best chance would have been to come off the right side of red coming in and go 2 cushions in the corner, but
Yeah.
it was either that or hit the red fairly thin after the end cushion.
They're concentrating so hard. I think sometimes they're just sort of see one shot and they just grab onto that and
Missed his rail.
Yep.
He got some of the shot right, though. He got the speed on white pretty close to right. Well, as far as the club goes, it's sort of a standard city club. They have the billiard area right next to the restaurant. They also have various sports facilities here, squash and such.
Mm-hmm. And a big dining room on the second floor. And the third floor is is a large, huge open room with very tall windows. They told me how many people could get in it, and it's an old building. The building was built in 1928. No, I think it was built before that. The club's been in existence in the 1880s. It's very close to downtown Louisville.
Here's a tough shot.
Especially jacked up like that. Yeah,
I assume he's playing off the outside of the ball and going
Yeah.
3 cushions end rail last, but I'd rather shoot the Marseille shot.
Yeah, at least if you're jacked up, at least you got a better bridge. It's anytime you're up like that, all bets are
Oh,
off.
well,
Why, I don't know how he
don't know.
cross table.
No.
I
You
tell
can see it's coming back up the table a
Yeah,
little bit. You have to
just a
judge
little
those.
bit. Just a little bit. Not a bad effort, though. He only needs 2. He just wants that first one.
He looks like he's going to drop it in the corner off white. Nice shot. He also played some defense, which in this situation might not help him. Because having white that far away in the middle of the end rail is also problematic for the shooter. Looks like a possibility for 4 cushions. Okay, Brian is playing for 2 at this point. And playing for 1.
Too far as I know. Playing for 1.
Playing for 1 looks like he's going to drop it in the corner off red.
Uh-huh.
Is there a kiss possibility?
You gotta hit
here?
it full. No,
Oh,
played
swing
cross
shot.
table, and he made it.
Nice shot.
So Brian Haff, was he finished 4 and 1? Brian Haff finishes 4 and 1. Actually, let me make sure I'm on here. Where's the volume? Yeah, I am now. Well, I got to play too.
I used to when I was younger. I could
So long. This volume goes forever.
No, that's not a volume.
Oh, it's not.
No, screw it.
Well, it worked. All right. So Brian Haff, I think, wins the group.
I just can't close out it.
Max Fisher won the group.
Brian only had 15 points in his loss.
Oh, so Bill, if he won the group.
Correct.
But if he loses, then
It's like third place.
oh, third place. That was big for him. So I have to play Brian Haff for third and fourth place, and on the show table we'll have Dan Colaz, who beat me 25-15, and I needed 17 points to win the group. Danny played outstanding and left me dust. Did a great job. And what else? So I'm playing Brian Haff for third and fourth, and Max Fisher is playing. Who's he playing? Oh, Danny Colaz on the show table. So that should be a really good match. That's great. And so I'll be on the other table.